President Cyril Ramaphosa is going to engage with the SA National Editors Forum. It's expected to begin at around 2 o'clock this afternoon. The virtual meeting expected to look at the role of the media as one of the vital tools in disseminating COVID-19 information to the public. Well, let's get a preview of what's expected in this meeting. I'm joined by eNCA political editor Vuyo Mvoko. There he is. Hello to you, Vuyo. It's one thing for the media to disseminate the information, but it's quite another to hold those in power to account. And that can often be a very tricky place for the media to find themselves in.
It has indeed been a very tricky one, Gareth, and coming as this meeting does on the eve of millions of South Africans going back to work and school. It's a very important day indeed. Now, over the past couple of months, things have been said, done, or not done, and it's been difficult to really get those who take these decisions to actually, at the very least, explain some of the intricacies involved. So this meeting offers the South African media opportunities. One, to get to understand, what goes into the management of this pandemic, get into the mind of the CEO of South Africa, Inc., to get a sense from him as to, one, how difficult it's been for them to really manage this pandemic and lead us, but also where the challenges have been and how we can all work together in ensuring that we guarantee South Africans the best outcomes out of this whole thing. And as the presidency said in a statement that they released this morning, we are that vital conduit between those who take the decisions and those who have to abide by them. As you know, over the period there have been a lot of frustrations, so hopefully this meeting will take us all forward as we continue to battle with this pandemic.
And Vuyo, many people, of course, will know that you are one of the eNCA on-air presenters that are never scared to ask a difficult question when you need to. What's the one question that you're going to want to have heard this afternoon by the President? What's the one question you want to have him answer?
There's a number of issues, Gareth, which is precisely the reason we are having this engagement with the President, because many of those questions can't be answered in sound bites. We have seen ministers contradicting one another. We have seen certain ambiguities where certain things are prohibited while others aren't. And yet when you look at what is at stake, you wonder why the government would prefer to kiss one group of people and spit at the other, so to speak. So it's been very tricky. Hopefully, the President will be able to take us through their thinking and how they have had to balance these things, because depending on how you treat the various stakeholders, there may be perceptions out there that you are willing and able to, succumb to the dictates of certain powerful forces within society, while others who may not be enjoy proximity to those in power may suffer in the end. So hopefully the President will help us navigate through these intricacies and get us to understand better what the challenges that they are faced with. As I said, how we can all in our respective little corners help, because this is about all of us. It's not just about government. It's not about the stories that we have to write on a daily, weekly basis, but it is about how we can ensure that we can contain this virus as much as we can. We can ensure that the lives are protected, but of course, as the government keeps reminding us, livelihoods as well do also take center stage. So So it's going to be a 2-hour engagement. It's being organized under the auspices of the South African National Editors Forum, but it also includes those organizations that fall outside or may not necessarily be members, because it's really about ensuring that we understand what is going on. But of course, we do get an opportunity which we have never had, because over the past couple of months, we haven't really had the president comes, stands in front of a podium or at his house, whether it's Mahlamba Ndlovu or his private home. He says the important things he gets to say and then walks away. So this is the first opportunity we're going to have as the media at large to have a conversation, engage with him in a hopefully deeper, wider and more meaningful way.
It's going to be fascinating to watch. 2 o'clock this afternoon is when that starts. My colleague eNCA political editor Vuyo Mvoko are going to follow that for us from 2 p.m. today. Vuyo, thank you for the moment. Still ahead.